YouTube Nation, Main Event TV, aka Me TV, aka buyer's remorse for today or for the future. And that's what I want to talk about today. And we're going to talk about this, all right? Before I get started, I want to say, guys, thank you for the overwhelming support. I'm feeling good right now. I hope you're feeling good as well. Also, understand, you sports fans, I have seen what you have said on Twitter. Yo, Event, when you want to talk about the Eagles, I will talk about the Eagles soon, okay? I have a lot to say about it, and you have to understand, I'll talk about it tomorrow, okay? Just give me a day, all right? Give me a day. Now, I want to get into this real quick because I want to talk about Monster Hunter. That's right. Now, for those who know, been watching my videos, I'm a big fan of Monster Hunter, huge fan of Monster Hunter. I play, the one on the PSP, Freedom Unite, still on the PSP. I play Try. I'm a big Monster Hunter fan, okay? I don't think I've ever denied that. And, I've done these type of things before. I've talked about it a lot before. And, I want to talk about this real quick because for those who don't know, Monster Hunter is getting ready to get a movie made, a blockbuster movie made. All right, Hollywood blockbuster movie. Now, look, I know when you hear that, you say, you know what, I don't know, we don't know how it's going to turn out. And I feel the same way. And then you have those people who say, hey, give them a chance. I'll support it no matter what because it's Monster Hunter. That's what they say. Now, after we found that out, we find out that the director of this movie, now I'm completely against it because for those who don't know, Paul Anderson, W.S. Anderson, whatever the hell you want to call him, all right, he's the one. The guy does the Resident Evil films. He's doing Monster Hunter. So you know how this is going to turn out, right? This is going to turn out to be Jurassic Park, all right? That's what's going to turn out. You might as well just make Dino Crisis at this point. I mean, I don't get it. But you know that this is what he does. He just went on record not too long ago saying, that he plays the games now and he's really into it and he wants to make a film, so they're in talks to make a film. I'll put the link in the info bar for you guys as well for that. It's just, this is crazy. All right, Capcom, if you were smart, I understand at this point you don't care how these, these movies portray your games. You just want the money. I understand. We see that with Resident Evil. I'm sure a lot of Resident Evil fans, if you don't like Resident Evil, those movies, trust me, I completely agree, understand and agree. Well, I don't like them at all either, all right? The first one was somewhat entertaining, but other than that, it's been a clusterfuck. It really has. They don't know what the hell they're doing. They just think zombies and explosions. They have some woman in, tight leather run around and kill everyone. It matters. It's stupid. It really is. But you know what? It doesn't matter. I'm getting off topic. I wanted out because I'm going to get back on Resident Evil. That's right. So let's get into this, all right? Capcom, if you wanted to really push Monster Hunter, because we haven't had, the rest of these games come over to the West or this region or whatever you want to call it, we haven't. If you wanted to start somewhere, that's where you should have started. But for those who don't know, and I'm going to put the link in the info bar as well for you guys, all right? Monster Hunter actually had a manga that came out quite a while ago, Monster Hunter Orta, all right? And for those who play Monster Hunter, when you're reading the series, it's a good series, all right? It is. It's pretty funny. And it's entertaining because they when they talk in dialogue, they do a lot of in-game, all right? That's like one of those type of, inside jokes that if you don't play the game, you're not going to know about. So it's funny, you know what I mean? And they stay true to the material as well, especially with monsters and the weapons and things. Sometimes you have to think to yourself, how did that weapon, how did this person with that weapon beat such and such? But they take liberties with it, but it's pretty good. I'm trying to understand why Capcom didn't greenlight an anime series for that, to build some type of hype for Monster Hunter, instead of just saying, hey, we're just going to make a movie. And then people are going to be like, what? What's going on? Who's this? What's Monster Hunter? Because there's a lot of people out there who still don't know what Monster Hunter is. That's what it comes down to. So I don't know how this is going to go. I think it's the wrong decision with Capcom. I really feel as though they should take baby steps on this, but I understand you have to spend money if you want this game to be popular. I understand that completely. Okay, now I need to move back on Resident Evil because, like I said, I understand Resident Evil fans, you do not like the movies. I mean, I'm sure some of you just say, hey, they're just movies, it's not a big deal. And then there's another half of people that say they're atrocious because they're, source material. And I understand. I understand both sides, okay? Now, I will say this. Resident Evil 6 is coming out, and I know you guys know how I feel about it already if you watch my videos. You already saw the walkthroughs. There's enough walkthroughs, there's enough gameplay, there's enough everything on whether you feel the game is going to be worth buying for yourself. So I definitely understand it. Whether you buy it or not, hey, that's up to you, all right? But I want to talk about this real quick because this is something that's not aimed to everyone. It's really not, all right? But it is aimed to those who go online and say, whether they're YouTubers or they're people just on forums, and they say, you should support the developer, you should support. We're going to talk about those guys real quick, all right? Because for those who don't know, an article came out not too long ago, it's Cinema Blend, that's right, where they talk about, and it's literally titled, you're thinking about buying Resident Evil 6, don't forget about how Capcom treats their employees. Now, if you're for developers, this is something that you need to read. I will put the link in the info bar for you guys. Understand, Cinema Blend goes into great detail about how there's horrific treatment from their developers, all right, how they treat their developers. You know, back from Ono being hospitalized to that young guy who was it? He tried to kill himself, and Capcom just didn't care. All right, there's a number of, you know, incidents with Capcom where they don't care about their developers. So I have to ask you guys, if you are so gung-ho on supporting developers, all right, if you're so gung-ho about it, the thing would be not to buy this game if you want to support them because of how many, under the conditions that they've been treated. Now, I will put it like this. I understand that I'm saying that now, and people hated me when I said, you know, well, if you buy the game, you're advocating, you know, the company policies. People hated me when I said that. But Cinema Blend actually puts that in their article. They talk about how if you buy this game, you're advocating it. You're acknowledging that it's okay. That's the thing. So the question I have to bring to you guys is, where's that line where you say we should support developers and buy the game, but we're also supporting the company tactics? There has to be a thing. The logical thing would be not to buy the game, but I understand people want their game. I get it. All right. So that's the question I have to ask. So it's pretty much, if you're going to toot that horn on supporting developers, how do you feel now about things? But that's not all. No. Now we've found out that Resident Evil 6 will have all types of pre-order DLC. Now the modes will be post-launch DLC, so you'll have to pay more for your game if you want those modes. Or, hear me out, you can wait and buy the gold edition that's going to come out like they did with Resident Evil 5. That's what they do. Come on now, you know how this goes. Every company these days makes an extra edition with, you know, the total package of DLC, and then they charge a cheaper price. So you're actually saving money in the long run if you wait. I understand a lot of people don't like to wait though. So that's who they're really banking on. I'm just saying, whether you decide to buy this game or not, be very careful of what you do when it comes to buying this game, with their policies, their tactics, the employees, the way they're being treated, and how they're trying to gouge you for more money. That's all I'm saying. I'm done for today. I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all be safe. I'm out.